I know some in nightclubs and things like that, but haven't had this formal romance still yet. Yeah.
What do you mean by not formal?
Ccr 或是乡民常说的ㄈㄈ尺，全名为 Cross-Cultural Romance， 指的是不同文化间的恋爱，也就是异国恋。随着台湾越来越国际化，走在街头常能看到不少外国人，很多人也憧憬有一天能和外国人来场异国恋。那么外国朋友会想和台湾人谈恋爱吗？台湾人会是他们择偶的理想对象吗？
Have you ever been in a cross-cultural romance before?
A couple girls I dated that were Chinese.
At the same time?
No, not at the same time, separately.
One friend, he was dating a Korean girl. They used to live together, and when they broke up, she burned his passport to make him stay here in Taiwan with her.
One of the guys that I dated, his parents found out that I was 外国人, and they were like not happy because they thought that he wouldn't work as hard because I wouldn't work as hard.
My ex's parent, she was Cantonese. They weren't comfortable with her dating girls, so we were just friends for a long time.
I think the first relationship was bad because she hid the relationship from her parents.
So I was saying school was really busy. I was in college at the time, and she was from Japan. And she didn't understand, for her, college is a lot more laid back and high school is a lot more busy. And so then we kind of got in an argument over how busy I really was.
I feel like in Taiwan there's more like personal affection in public, and I'm from the US and I don't personally like to do that.
I know some in nightclubs and things like that, but haven't had this formal romance still yet. Yeah.
What do you mean by not formal?
I think like younger Americans tend to be more involved in like a hookup culture and stuff. They don't think about like racking up a body count, which that's something that a lot of people do in the US.
Do you like Taiwanese ladies?
I like, yeah, of course I like. The expectations are not that high. French women are a little bit annoying. Because their expectations are so high that it's very hard to please them.
Now I will say in Taiwan there's a lot of like the online dating scene. Let me download this app really quick and see if I can find my swipe, click. Oh, found somebody. Wow, man.
What I've heard from my friends, there seems to be less of a hookup culture here. So that I think is kind of admirable a little bit, that they like respect sex. So I like that.
Taiwanese guys plan when you go to a date. Japanese couple all together to make a plan.
Guys do things for their girlfriends, like carry bags or help them physically, which is less common currently in the United States.
Well, I would say they're very nice, and even homosexual relationship, I see that they treat themselves very good.
In comparison to British guys, they're kind of shy. It's like it doesn't go anywhere because they're too shy, I'm too shy, then.
If anyone in America ever asked me, and someday they would, to say, what do you think of the ladies here, or should I go over? I would say absolutely.
They always text you like, how are you? You wake up, what time you have class, you want to go eat with me, and that stuff. Girls from my country doesn't, you know.
You don't really say what you think. So sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out what, like, 太客气.
I've heard that sometimes it gets very controlling. Like they ask you, who are you with? Is this a friend or who's this person with you?
Taiwan is so hot, so everyone is so wear hot pants, so yeah, yes, sexy.
Some Taiwanese people refer to those people who date foreigners as they're blindly embracing everything that's foreign. Would you like to comment on that?
I think that's a very complex issue because I think it comes from like ideas of like white supremacy that still do exist today.
At school, I have many Taiwanese friends. And I invite them to go out, like, hey man, let's go to a nightclub. And they're like, oh, but with only foreigners, nobody will look at me because I'm Taiwanese. And I'm like, no man, just be yourself. You don't need to be a foreigner for people to look at you.
My dad is a foreigner, my mum is Taiwanese, so I'm happy they are together.
When I first moved to Singapore, I also had the stereotype that, oh, maybe all Asian guys are shy, but you go out any night and people would approach you, whether you're a foreigner.
Sounds more of jealousy, maybe, in a sense.
And I think that this is a very superficial and judgment based on generalization and not knowing what are the reasons of that couple.
You can't really necessarily change who or what you're attracted to. That's a biological kind of response, the same way that we can't decide our sexuality.
But I think there is definitely a reputation that like a lot of white guys come to Taiwan with the expectation that they can very easily get a Taiwanese girlfriend.
Someone tell them like, oh, foreigners, they are gonna take your girl, man. they're just here for the girls, and it's not real. Like, I'm here for studying.
I mean, there's a lot of fish in the ocean, guys. You don't need to get all mad about it. I think people in the United States say the same thing about foreign guys dating American girls. I think that's just dumb. If you can't find someone, maybe you should do some introspection on yourself and what you're doing that might make it so people don't like you.
Taiwanese women out there, who you were looking for is out there. Don't date the boys, date the men. To love yourself and to know who you are and who you want to be, and for a man to treat you right. Don't be with someone who's abusive, who makes you feel less than yourself, and make sure that you are who you want to be and love yourself. And don't accept no for an answer. Don't accept less than you feel you deserve.